Nelson's Primary School, Grade 4, Subject SS History. Topic Our History. Let's do explanation of the chapter. What is history? History is the study of the past to understand our present. India has a glorious past, a wonderful history going back nearly 5,000 years. Our history is broadly divided into three periods. The ancient period, from prehistoric to around 700 CE, the medieval period, from 700 CE to about 1750 CE, and the modern period, from 750 CE onwards. The ancient period. Historians or people who study history tell us that there was a very advanced civilization near the Indus River, now in Pakistan, in about 2500 BCE. Civilization. The society, culture, and the way of living of a particular area is called civilization. This was the Indus Valley Civilization. It is also called the Harappan Civilization because Harappa was the first city to be discovered from this civilization. The Indus Valley Civilization stretches from northwestern India to present-day Pakistan. The Indus Valley people built well-planned cities. There were important buildings such as the Great Bath in Mohenjo-daro and the granary in Harappa. Seals, jewelry, pottery, and other remains of this civilization have been found. This tells us about the people who lived during this time, about their lives and the things they used. Around 1500 BCE, some tribes came from Central Asia to India. They were called the Indo-Aryans. They drove away the people already living in North India, whom they called as Dasas or Dasyus. They settled here. The Aryans grew crops and domesticated animals. They performed open-air ceremonies and sacrifices. As the Vedas were written during this time, this period is also called the Vedic Age. A number of other books, such as the epics the Mahabharata and the Ramayana, were written during this period. The Upanishads were also written during this period. These books tell us a lot about the people of this time. Powerful kings, Rajas, ruled with the help of Purohit or the royal priest and Senani or the commander of the army. During this period, there was a number of Janapadas or small kingdoms in North India. Later, most of them were conquered by ruler of Magadha, which became one of the most powerful kingdoms in North India. In 326 BCE, Alexander, the ruler of Macedonia in Greece, attacked India. He defeated King Porus of Punjab, but was very impressed with Porus's bravery. Alexander had to go back as his soldiers were very tired of fighting. He died on his way back home in 323 BCE. In 321 BCE, Chandragupta Maurya became the ruler of Magadha. He founded a new empire called Mauryan Empire with the help of his advisor Kautilya. Later, his grandson Ashoka became the emperor. Ashoka was a brave ruler. He fought a war against a kingdom called Kalinga. However, he became so upset by the bloodshed and loss of the life that he did not fight any wars after that. He embraced Buddhism and helped spread it in India and other Asian countries. Ashoka got many rocks and pillars inscription written and put up in different parts of his empire so that people could read his messages on them. After the Mauryas, the Guptas ruled over India in the 4th and 5th century CE. They were very powerful rulers and India became a rich country under them. This period was called Golden Age of Ancient Time because art and culture made progress. Science, mathematics, astronomy, and grammar also developed. The medieval period. The rulers of Central Asia became very powerful by the end of 17th century CE. Mahmud of Ghazni and Muhammad Ghori attacked the kingdom of India and looted all their riches. In 1206 CE, Qutbuddin Aibak became the ruler of North India and founded a new empire called the Delhi Sultanate. When Delhi Sultanate declined, North India was divided into many small kingdoms. Babur came to India in 1526 CE and defeated these kingdoms in battle, laying the foundation of Mughal rule in India. After Babur, his son Humayun became the Mughal emperor. He was succeeded by his son Akbar in 1556 CE. Akbar was the greatest Mughal ruler. He conquered a number of kingdoms and brought the greater part of India under his control. After Akbar, Jahangir became the Mughal emperor. After Jahangir, Shah Jahan became the Mughal emperor. Shah Jahan built the famous monument, the Taj Mahal at Agra. Shah Jahan was succeeded by his son Aurangzeb, the last important ruler of the Mughal dynasty. The rulers who came after Aurangzeb, called the later Mughals, lost their power gradually. Around this time, in the 18th century, other rulers such as the Rajputs, the Marathas, the Sikh, and the state of Mysore became powerful. The modern period. European trading companies had started to come to India during Mughal period. The French, the Portuguese, and the Dutch were all finally defeated by the British. The decline of the Mughal rule helped the European trading companies become more powerful. The British, who had come to India as traders, now gradually started taking part in the administration of the country. They soon brought almost the whole of India under their control. The British brought new ideas to the country. The British also exploited the people of India, which made them very unhappy. In 1857, there was a great revolt against the British, but this revolt was crushed and the Queen of England began to rule the Indian Empire. Many educated Indians formed political organizations to free India from the British rule. The Indian National Congress was an important organization that led the Indian freedom struggle. Mahatma Gandhi was the most popular leader of the freedom movement. He organized a number of movements to force the British to leave India. He used peaceful methods of protest such as satyagraha, which was based on the principles of truth and non-violence. After a long struggle and loss of many lives, India finally became an independent country, free from foreign rule on 15th August 1947.